Hello friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Vechubutu, and on this channel I share videos of food, business. I also share videos on NAFDAC registration process. Kindly subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button so that when I post new videos, you'll be informed. I wish to say a very big thank you to everyone that's reached out to me concerning my videos on NAFDAC registration process. I'm glad that you enjoyed the videos, and I'm also happy that the videos were helpful to you. Thank you for all your questions. Thank you for your inquiries. I may not be able to answer everybody's questions one-on-one. I'll try as much as possible to answer some of your questions in my videos. In today's video, we'll be diving into one of the pain points of people in the food and drug industry, which is NAFDAC registration. We'll be talking about NAFDAC registration challenges, some of the challenges I faced and how I overcame them. I've created 13 videos currently on NAFDAC registration process, all the things you need to know. The link is in the description box below. Just check out the playlist on NAFDAC registration here on my channel, and you will get to learn a whole lot concerning the NAFDAC registration process. The link to the NAFDAC Registration Documents Ebook will also be in the description box below. If you're thinking of how to prepare your documents for NAFDAC registration, I have an ebook, a template that can help you prepare all your documents for NAFDAC registration. NAFDAC is the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control. Here in the nation, Nigeria, they are responsible for the regulating and control of the manufacture, importation, exportation, distribution, sale, and use of drugs, cosmetics, food, medical devices, and chemicals in Nigeria. Major challenges I faced was preparing the documents for NAFDAC registration process. First things first, when I went online, as at the time I started my registration process, which was in 2020 during the COVID pandemic, the resources online were not just enough. So I had to search, watch some videos. I couldn't really get adequate information like I wanted from some of the online resources I saw. That was actually what made me start creating videos on NAFDAC registration. At some point, I paid a professional to help me with the documentation, which eventually I was the one that finally prepared the documents. Even when I prepared my documents, to do a lot of reviews with NAFDAC because they made some corrections on my documents and it was really challenging. There are so many documents you have to prepare. I have several videos on my channel here in my playlist on NAFDAC registration. Please just watch those videos, like of course your CAC, your trademark. At some point I had challenge trying to get my trademark registration because the agents and some lawyers were quite pricey. It was way above my budget as at that time. So I had to source for the right person or agent that would help me to get my trademark registration done, and that was a challenge. So but eventually I was able to get someone who helped me with the trademark registration. I overcame that particular challenge. So one of the documents also required was the product analysis report from a laboratory. I had to source for a lab that would help out with a thorough analysis on my finished products before I could get that particular document. Also, medical certificates. I had to also source and ask questions on the right hospital that would provide with the medical certificate or the food handlers test. So these were some of the challenges when it came to the documentation. Then also preparing the standard operating procedures. That one was like a big hurdle for me because I had to even understand what NAFDAC wanted in standard operating procedure. In all the standard operating procedure, there was a format for it. I had to understand that. In fact, my standard operating procedures was about 31 pages thereabouts. Imagine having to reprint this document maybe like twice because of correction. That involved a lot of stress, a lot of money. You had to correct the mistakes on those documents before NAFDAC could approve these documents. There were lots of documents. Maybe if compiling all these documents might be up to 50 to 60 pages, depending, or even more, depending on your SOPs, how voluminous or how big your SOPs are. When it comes to documentation, it's overwhelming, but it's something that you can do. It's not an excuse to give up. The major thing is to make sure that at every point in time, you face every challenge head on until you overcome it. Okay, another challenge I faced during my registration process was trying to get the right space, the right location, the right space based on NAFDAC requirements. So one expert advice I would give to you is that before you choose your space where you want to do your production, try to get acquainted with any NAFDAC official who you can take to that space to approve before you start building, if that is your own site. I had someone ask me that question by email. I hope this answers your question. I have created a video specifying the NAFDAC requirements for your production space. It's also in the NAFDAC registration playlist on my channel here. Another challenge I faced was preparing my product label. NAFDAC has specifications for product label. So first of all, I had to get someone to design a product label or packaging label for me. Eventually, after the printing of the label, I sent it to NAFDAC. I had to reprint the label maybe up to 4 or 5 times because there was one correction or the other, and it was quite challenging for me. Best before date, the batch number, and the manufacture date were actually supposed to be stamped, not printed. This was a mistake I made. I had to go and correct it. Make sure you stamp it, get a product stamp, because these dates actually vary. So you're not meant to print it permanently on your product label. Product label sample you'll send out to NAFDAC. Make sure the batch number, the manufacture date, and the best before date, make sure it is stamped with a product stamp. Another thing that I also skipped during my own time was the allergy caution. So if your product contains maybe flour or egg, people might be allergic to it. Wheat, of course, flour is made from wheat. People might be allergic to it. So you just place a caution there on your label, informing people that these ingredients are actually in your product. There are other things I had to remove from my product label, like yummy and crunchy. Anything that shows that you're advertising the product should be removed from the product label, except you'd have to pay for advertisement of that product to NAFDAC. Things like yummy, crunchy delights, all those premium quality. So these were indicators that you're actually advertising the product, and I had to take that out. Challenge I faced was the expiration of some of my documents. While NAFDAC was still trying to review my documents, because I started my registration process during the COVID, a lot of time elapsed and some of my documents expired. The fumigation certificate should last 90 days. While NAFDAC was trying to review my documents, 90 days elapsed and I had to do another fumigation to be able to get another fumigation certificate. Also, my medical certificate and that of my staff also expired. I had to do a fresh one for them. From the time I started my registration process to the time I received my NAFDAC registration number was 2 years. Now, the fault wasn't entirely that of NAFDAC. I registered during COVID. We had to register online, and the platform, the online platform, also had some downtime and a lot of other things. Then my documents, I had to do some corrections, so I had to go back and forth. So it really affected my NAFDAC registration process, but eventually we got the NAFDAC registration number and we're all happy. The thing is that I overcame these challenges. So you too can overcome challenges that come with NAFDAC registration. I know a lot of people are scared of even attempting the NAFDAC registration process. The truth is, you will definitely face some challenges. The earlier you make up your mind to overcome these challenges, the better for you. Patience is a virtue that you need during this NAFDAC registration process. Patience, determination, very important, very key. The advice I will give to you is to start early so that you'll be able to overcome the challenges and delays on time. Start your documentation. I always tell people to start with documentation. Starting ahead of time gives you room to overcome unexpected delays and challenges. Extra effort into thorough documentation so that you don't have to go back and forth with NAFDAC. I have a NAFDAC document template. It's an ebook that has a template of all the documents you need during your NAFDAC registration process. The link to that ebook is in the description box below. Make sure you watch other videos on NAFDAC registration that I've created for you. NAFDAC registration may not be a walk in the park, but with the right knowledge, preparation, and patience, can conquer these challenges. I have created a lot of videos for you so that you are equipped with the right knowledge. Watch those videos. If you found this video helpful, remember to hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Kindly subscribe to my channel for more insightful videos. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section also. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.